Marcelo, are you logged in as Frisch Connect?
Fernanda and Marcelo, yeah. I mean, my wife.
Your Gmail, is it the email that you're in on it? Is it frischconnect.marcelo?
Yes. Yeah, Gmail, yeah. That's my hard family name. Hard to pronounce family name.
It doesn't seem to start you. Let me try this way.
Yeah, it's the one I have used always. So
it's not wanting to. Zoom is not cooperating with me this morning.
do you want me to step out and try to access again?
Well, it should be letting me do this, so I don't understand why it's not. Because I have you. Maybe you should step out and come back in because it's definitely not recognizing you now.
Okay, I do it right now.
Thank you.
See?
Oh, Marcelo, I don't know why this is not cooperating with me. Ah, now we go. Now we have it. So after several weeks without seeing Geshe-la on Sunday mornings, I'm sure some of you might have questions for him today. So please do let me know if you have questions and we'll pass them on to him. So I've just spoken with Geshe-la and he's not able to come this morning. I'm so sorry. He asked for Venerable Lama to lead us, and I think maybe we can do some prayers and then we can do some guided meditations. Venerable Lama, do you want to start us with some prayers? And while we're doing our opening prayers, I'll pull up some meditations that we can do this morning.
Okay, so we can start by chanting Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra 3 times. Before that, we can set our motivation for doing the practice today. That we rejoice that we do have a teacher even though he's not able to join us this morning. Perfectly qualified Mahadev, virtuous spiritual friend, who has given us the opportunity to take refuge vows, lay vows, Bodhisattva vows recently, and to be able to receive his teachings on the Lam Rim on Wednesday nights. The Lam Rim teachings are encapsulate all the 84,000 teachings of Shakyamuni Buddha. They have a direct lineage all the way to Shakyamuni Buddha through the teachings that Lama Tsongkhapa wrote. And not only did he write those teachings, but he practiced them as he was writing them, composing the Lam Rim Chenmo. So we can rejoice in that. And we think about those on the prayer list, those who have passed away recently, in the bardo, for all beings' health and well-being, those who are suffering from any kind of disease, those who are on the medical staff and other staff, caregivers throughout the world. We pray for their liberation and their enlightenment. So I'm going to change the order that we do these prayers. I'm going to start with the Refuge and Bodhichitta prayers. And although we won't be listening to the Dharma, I'm just going to just say this because instead of practicing the Dharma, we'll just say this because it's right here on our screen. So we'll say this 3 times. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merits I create through listening to the Dharma, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merits I create through listening to the Dharma, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merits I create through listening to the Dharma, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Now we'll go back and recite the 4 measurables 3 times. And may all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. Okay, and now let's say the Medicine Buddha, verse of praise and mantra. We'll say the mantra 7 times. I'll go on with equal compassion for all, whose name, when merely heard, dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispeller of disease and the 3 poisons. I prostrate to Medicine Buddha lapis light. Jayata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Jayata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Jayata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Jayata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Jayata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Jayata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Jayata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Okay, now the mantra, the verse of praise and mantra for Chen Reisig. Not veiled by any fault, white in color, we said a perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassionately at all beings. To you, Chen Reisig, I'll sing when I prostrate. Okay, so as we chant the Mani mantra, we can think of Om as pride. We say the syllable Om to eliminate all of aspects of pride, which would be the color white, with respect, or we can think of it as cultivating the perfection of generosity. Ma, from Mani, this syllable right here, Ma, would be green for jealousy. So the antidote to that is rejoicing, or we can think of it as the perfection, cultivating the perfection of ethical discipline. Ni is, and then Ma is green. Ni is yellow for doubt. Of course, the antidote is faith, especially conviction faith, or we can think of it as patience. Pe is ignorance, blue, and so, of course, shunyata is the antidote to that, or we can think of it as joyful effort, cultivating. And then me is attachment, red, and the antidote to attachment is impermanence, or we can think of it as the cultivating the perfection of meditative stabilization. Whom, anger, black, the antidote is patience, or we can think of it as cultivating the perfection of wisdom realizing emptiness. So we can think of that as we're chanting this. So chant that 7 times. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 course, the verse of praise, mantra for Arya Mother Tara. So here we go. Tare liberates from cyclic existence. Tutare liberates from the 8 fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberated Mother Tara. So let's chant 7 of these. Om tare tu re so ha. 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 Om tare tu re so ha.
Thank you, Venerable Lamo. Could I also call upon you to lead us in a 9-round breathing meditation, and then I'll lead a couple of other meditations.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Okay, so before we start the 9-round meditation, first we have to get into the meditation posture. So I think I remember the one from that Lama Tsongkhapa quotes in the Lamrim Chenmo, the one from Kamala Shila, Stages of Meditation. So the first point is to your legs, to cross them, either full or half Vajra crossed. Then your back is straight, erect. Your shoulders straight and even. Your head is not raised or lowered, but in line, nose in line with the navel. Your jaw and your teeth are normal. Your tongue is on the roof of your mouth. Your breath is even, gentle. Your eyes are not raised or lowered. Now take your left hand and put your middle finger on your ring finger on top of that. And then seal your left nostril and breathe in through your right nostril. Slowly, deeply. And then seal the right nostril and exhale through the left. Slow, deep. And then repeat 2 more times. Now, if we use your right hand, put your middle finger on your right ring finger and seal your right nostril and breathe in through your left. Then seal the left and breathe out through your right. Repeat that 2 more times. That's the second round. And for the last round, we're going to breathe through both nostrils, in and out, slow and deep. And that's the 9-round breathing meditation.
Thank you, Venerable Lama. Now that we've cleared our minds a little bit, I'll lead us in 2 meditations from Kathleen MacDonald's book, How to Meditate. And we'll begin with a meditation on compassion. So imagine that all of space is filled with beings sitting around you and extending beyond the horizon. Contemplate their suffering. First, think of the suffering of your parents and the other people you are close to. Open your heart to the physical and psychological problems they are experiencing. And think that just like you, they want to be free of all suffering. Feel how wonderful it would be if they were free and could enjoy the peace and bliss of enlightenment. Now think of the people you do not like or who have hurt you. Imagine their suffering, physical pain and discomfort. Feelings of loneliness, insecurity, fear, dissatisfaction. Just like you, they don't want problems, but they have no choice. As long as the mind is confused and ignorant of reality, it cannot find peace. Open your heart to these people for whom you normally feel irritation or anger. Expand your awareness to take in the troubles and pain of other human beings and animals. Whoever has an uncontrolled mind necessarily has suffering. But don't be overwhelmed by all of this. Remember that suffering, unhappiness, and pain are mental experiences, impermanent and changeable. They arise because of misunderstanding and confused emotions. And once their causes have been eliminated, they disappear. It is a matter of each one of us working on our own minds, dealing with our misconceptions and negative energy, and gradually developing a correct understanding of the way things actually exist. Feel strongly the aspiration to do this yourself. Develop that correct understanding so that you can help others to be free of their suffering. Now, visualize just above your head and facing the same way as you, Chenrezig, the manifestation of pure, unobstructed compassion, love, and wisdom. His body is of bright white light, transparent and radiant. Try to feel his living presence. His face is peaceful and smiling, and he radiates his love to you and all the beings surrounding you. He has 4 arms. His first 2 hands are together at his heart and hold a jewel that fulfills all wishes. His second 2 arms are raised to the level of his shoulders. The right one holds a crystal mala and the left a white lotus. He is sitting on a white moon disk upon an open lotus, his legs crossed in the full lotus posture. He wears exquisite silk and precious jewels. Hold your awareness on this image until it is stable. Stay relaxed and comfortable and open to Chenrezig's serene and loving energy. Now, make a prayer or wish from your heart to overcome your misconceptions and negative energy and to develop pure love and compassion for all beings. Feel that you are connecting with your own true nature, your highest potential. In response to your wish, Chenrezig lovingly sends streams of white light, filling every cell and atom of your body. It purifies all your negativities and problems, all your past harmful actions, and your potential to give harm in the future, and completely fills you with his limitless love and compassion. Your body feels light and blissful, your mind peaceful and clear. And just rest in that. Now the light from Chenrezig radiates out beyond you to every living being, everyone surrounding you to the horizon and beyond, purifying their negative energy and filling them with bliss. Now, while concentrating on this image, let's chant the Mani mantra. We'll say it aloud 7 times, and then go on chanting silently for a while, and I'll chant one more aloud to complete it. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Now visualize Chenrezig dissolving into white light. The light flows down through the crown of your head and reaches your heart center. Your mind merges indistinguishably with Chenrezig's, and you experience complete tranquility and bliss. Hold this feeling of bliss. When your normal, mundane sense of self starts to creep in, the I that is bored, restless, hungry, remember this is not your real self. Bring your attention again to the experience of being one with Chenrezig's qualities of infinite love and compassion. And now let's bring our minds back. And now we'll do a meditation on loving kindness. This is also from Kathleen McDonald's How to Meditate. Start by imagining all living beings around you. Your mother is on your left, your father on your right, and other relatives and friends are behind you. In front of you, visualize those you dislike or who have hurt you. Extending in every direction right to the horizon and beyond are all other beings. Feel that they are there, all in human form, sitting quietly like you. Stay relaxed. Don't feel crowded or tense, but imagine that a sense of harmony and peace pervades everyone. Consider how nice it would be for yourself and others if you were able to love all these beings. Consider that everyone wants to be happy and avoid suffering, just as you do. They are all trying to make the best of their lives, even those who are angry and violent. Now generate a feeling of love in your heart. You can do this by thinking of someone you love and letting your natural good feelings for this person arise. You might like to imagine your love as a warm, bright light, not physical, but pure, positive energy glowing in your heart. Before you can truly love others, you need to love yourself. Loving yourself means accepting yourself as you are, with all your present faults and shortcomings, and recognizing you have the potential to free yourself from all your problems. So really wish yourself all the happiness and goodness that there is. Imagine that the warm energy in your heart expands until it completely fills your body and mind. Now let your love flow out to others. Start with your family and close friends sitting near you. Imagine the warm, luminous energy radiating from your body, touching them and filling their bodies and minds. Think and feel sincerely. May you be happy. May all your thoughts be positive and all your experiences good. May you be free of problems, sickness, and sadness. May your lives be long and peaceful, and may you quickly reach enlightenment. Now turn your attention to the people in front of you, those you have difficulty with. Contemplate that they also need and deserve your love. Imagine your positive, loving energy flowing out from your heart to these people. Wish them to be free of the confusion, the anger, and self-centeredness that drive them to act the way they do. Really want them to find peace of mind, happiness, and finally enlightenment. Pour out your love to all of them. Continue to send your positive, warm feelings out to all the other people around you. Love is an unlimited spring of good energy, so you don't need to worry that it will run out. Completely open your heart and imagine your love flowing in every direction, reaching all the beings who are lonely, sick, hungry, confused, oppressed, frustrated, frightened. Their suffering disappears and their minds become peaceful, clear, and full of pure happiness. Wish them to have every good experience, from the satisfaction of ordinary needs and desires all the way to enlightenment. Concentrate on this feeling of love as long as possible. Think that you definitely have the potential to love everyone, even those who annoy or hurt you, and those you don't even know. Generate a strong wish to work on your own anger, impatience, selfishness, and the other problems that prevent you from having such love. keeping your mind open and trying to overcome ego's prejudiced attitudes will leave much space in your heart for pure universal love, and thus happiness for yourself and others to develop. And now return to the room and dedicate the positive energy of your meditation to all beings, that they find happiness and enlightenment. Okay, Venerable Lama, we could say our dedication prayers. Happy New Year, everybody.
We'll start with a dedication prayer from Master Shantideva's Guide to the Bodhisattva's Way of Life. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, oh, I'm sorry, this is too big, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled, with the mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, or as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Now the long life prayers, first for the one for His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. And the one for Sergei Khyentse Rinpoche Jitsun Losam Dalek, the one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Avatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa on bliss and void, Lama, ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. The long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplish magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please live long. Then 7 green tar mantras for the long life, long, happy, healthy life of Geshe-la and Geshe-sampo. Om tare tu re soha. 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 Om tare tu re soha.
Thank you, Venerable Lamo.
Thank you, Don Lucy.